Oh, we look so uniformed on the screen.
Oh my God, we should like really amazing.
All the time, yeah. We should just wear black every single week.
I love it.
Hey guys, well, how's it going? Welcome to Pretty Little Liars, the after show here on the Stream.TV Fan Show Network. Tonight we had a crazy big season finale. I'm your host, Sinead de Vries. I got my pretty little talkers here with me to break it all down. Hello. I got Mova,
what up?
Meg, and Steph.
Hi, guys.
All right, so in general, I will say that I wasn't horribly surprised by a lot of things that happened in tonight's finale, and that really upsets me because we've been saying Nicole was alive. Even last week when they said she was dead, there was still part of our brains that were like, nah, she's alive. But I do like her reveal. We also knew that Spencer was Mary Drake's daughter. We all knew that.
We speculated.
We knew it. We have said it so many times.
Know, but like honestly, can we like touch the points because like I'm not like God, you know, I feel like the writers are listening to us, which I do like, but like that connection, honestly, like they don't look alike. All right, they don't look alike. These are the flat out like obvious, you know, things that we're saying.
I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact that we fans are just way too smart and like we figure it out.
Right.
I think they probably planned on this the whole time, but it's just like we're the fucking shit, you guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. But like, you know.
Honestly, you didn't mean to swear. Swear again.
I didn't mean to drop the F word is what I meant. Shit all day. I don't care.
I think that I agree with what you're saying because we are smart because where on earth did you guys figure out that Toby is the one who is going to be dead?
Yeah.
Like, how did you guys know that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to guess that either.
Or the fact that, like, Allison was pregnant. People were saying that for a while, ever since she threw up. People were like, remember when she threw up and we were like, oh, she's, like, having a really bad day at school. And, like, those kids really got to her. And everyone's like, dude, I bet she's pregnant. And it's like, oh, my gosh, calm down until tonight.
Low-key undercover information, when Kimberly was here a couple episodes ago, she had told us that they were going to cut out the puking scene. So when all of you guys were speculating on Twitter that she was pregnant because of the puking scene, in my head I was like, oh no, she's not pregnant because like they were going to cut that scene anyway.
But maybe that's why, because they didn't want people to jump the gun.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, we all knew that Noel was going to get his head cut off and it was going to roll down the stairs and down the hall.
Obviously.
No, but Hugh Collins gave us a clue into that because remember what he said? He's like, even though when I was on PLL, since I was playing a bad guy, I sort of knew that it would come to an end because bad guys always die. And hence Noel Khan, as soon as he became bad, I think we were all like, well, he's going to die.
Yeah,
so that was no shocker either.
Yeah, but I mean, I was really surprised by how that whole scene went down. I still don't know the significance of why Jenna was there. I get that Noel would want to kill the girls because they had information about him, right? They had the thumb drive, which made sense why he was there. But then Jenna's like, put the thumb drive on the table for your camera. It's like, what do you care, bitch?
Because,
like,
no,
why
because
are
of the
you
blind
there?
thing.
Okay, but
she's
like,
been holding. I know.
but why would
it's
she
far
care about
off.
the thumb drive? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because this is what I think. This is what I think. I think I'm just gonna fix my hair while talking. How are my eyelashes though?
Somebody came in and like her eyelashes were like off.
Don't stretch it either because it looks like
When I shut my eyes, they're all squiggly.
yeah, well,
no, but they look.
You guys get a close up. Get a close up.
No, they look good.
You see? They're all squiggly.
oh my God. You guys, Stephanie walked in. Stephanie walked in and she came backstage and Mova was like in the middle of a really dramatic story and Mova stops her whole story and she's like, oh my God, your eyelash. And we all look at Stephanie and one of her eyelashes literally is halfway. It's like poking straight out of her head.
The funny part is she was like 10 minutes late because she was doing her eyelash.
Because they wouldn't go on. And you guys, on PLL, I'm sorry, but they all have these flawless, perfect fake eyelashes.
They do.
That is so hard to do. I just, for the life of me, I don't know if they're individuals or what.
They have to be individuals.
I don't know how they
look
can
like
do
these
that.
extensions.
Anyways.
Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry to interrupt
It's
you.
okay. I was making a really important point, so I'll get back to it.
Yeah. Well, technically you started that because you said, how are my eyelashes? you were saying Jenna.
What was I saying?
Jenna about the blind thing.
Oh, I think that she has been holding a grudge this whole time about the blind thing.
Yeah.
And so she was just decided to jump on board with Noel and everyone else pretty much who hated the liars. Right. So that's, I feel like it's literally that simple. That was just her involvement. She's like, well, they made me blind.
I thought maybe that she really did believe that the girls were responsible for Charlotte's death, because it seemed like she actually wanted to find out who killed Charlotte. That's why in the hotel room she was there with Sarah. That's why, you know what I'm saying?
They were all friends with Charlotte.
Right, I just don't get the significance of like how Noel was involved in the dollhouse, how he was friends with Charlotte, how Jenna, I know we saw a flashback of Jenna and Charlotte, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then now knowing that Spencer is the sister to Charlotte, like, why?
Yeah.
And I don't know how this is all gonna get solved in 10 more episodes.
Yeah.
Like we still don't know who killed Charlotte.
No, we still don't know who AD is. And the worst part about not knowing who AD is that nobody knows who AD is. Like, Jenna herself at the end of the episode said, "You're AD." So it's like, where the hell is the connection between AD and anybody in this show? Because nobody seems to know
this whole time
who AD
we thought that
is.
they were a team, and now we're seeing that they're
Is
not.
the motive still the fact that AD is trying to figure out who killed Charlotte? Is that still the motive?
It has to be, right? Because that was what AD was signing those messages, saying that, like, I need to find out who killed Charlotte.
Why do so many people care about Charlotte? I mean, no offense,
She
but
wasn't
damn.
even that
so
cool.
I want to, avenge Charlotte's death. It's like, how many people could possibly care about you? Like,
was like the most
not even that many people care
girl.
about me. Like, come on.
Here's theory one. Theory one, because
I'm
it's
jealous of Charlotte.
It came to my head, and I'm just gonna do it. Bitches, please. I'm talking about a theory.
Okay. Yeah.
No, but really. So, okay, so you guys. So long, Yvonne. Name the movie. If you can name the movie, I'll shout you out. But anyways, so I think Melissa and Ren are AD because
oh my gosh,
imagine Melissa grew up thinking Spencer was her sister. There has to be something weird going on with the Hastings, you know, because now we know Spencer freaking was never a Hastings technically to begin with. So like, wouldn't that be crazy if that was the big AD reveal?
And Ren also we know is coming back.
And you know Ren is coming back.
So yeah, I would be okay with that. And it's crossed my mind too that they would bring back Melissa in some way, because she's always kind of been like, they would throw her in randomly into like.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I just started giggling.
I literally was gonna hold it together until you did that. I was trying. Okay. Anyways, I don't even know, you guys. Like, that whole thing to me is just so crazy. What I will say is this: things we know for sure based on just the last literally 10 minutes of the show, you guys. Last 10 minutes. You need to get it together. Last 10 minutes of the show, things we know. Jenna is injured in some way, and she's also been kidnapped. What is up with my hair? She's also been kidnapped by AD, who she doesn't actually know the identity of.
Right.
Okay, so she is safe. Noel is not safe.
Noel is going for a head spin.
Yeah, Noel is done. We'll never see Noel again. Because you cannot recover from that. Even when we saw Hugh, Dr. I almost said Dr. Collins. It's Dr. Rollins. Even when we saw Dr. Rollins bleeding profusely from the windshield. I'm not American, okay? We don't say that, but Americans say windshield. That right? The main window. Windscreen.
A screen has metal.
Okay.
Anyways, so the windshield. When we saw him bleeding through the windshield, part of me still kind of thought that maybe he wasn't dead.
Toby,
you know
are we
what I'm
talking about
saying?
Toby?
No. Dr.
Dr.
Rollins.
Rollins. Speaking of Dr. Rollins, reminded me of masks. I cannot believe we saw another freaking mask. I thought the mask thing was like over and done with. And
what was the point of the mask? Like, you didn't even reveal yourself at all. Nobody even knows who you are. You threw your mask next to Jenna. It doesn't matter. She's blind. She can't see you. Like, you might as well have just kept the mask on.
Yeah,
they just wanted to show us another mask, and it's so stupid. Also, why was Mary Drake there in the first place? Was she there because she was working with them and now she's pretending to be the good one? Or was she there because she knew that they were going to target the girls, and her being Spencer's mom, she got like some crazy mom instinct 25 years later and was like, I need to go be there for my daughter.
I kind of like the first option. Like, I want her to be psycho. Like, it's more exciting. It's more PLL.
Right.
Although the second option is probably going to be what it is.
Yeah, okay. Other things we also know for sure is that the police still think that Archer is alive, right?
Right.
Even though the girls are 100% certain he's dead because they dug up his dead, rotting body. But the police still think he's alive, and they say that they've spotted him, which is the weirdest part ever, which makes me feel like they're spotting, like, Ren or something. I don't know.
It's definitely a mask.
I think it's a mask.
It's Ren in a Rollins mask.
Right. When we saw the mask at the very end, when Jenna, like, when he threw it off.
It was an old man mask.
Oh, it was an old man mask. Oh, it was a police mask. Okay.
No. It was that same mask that we saw
like,
in the
garden or
beginning.
something?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
The creeper just lurking in the
she's
flowers.
just like,
guys, I still can't wrap my head around the fact that I still don't even, bringing it back to the dollhouse right now. What was Charlotte's motive? Like, there still has to be something deeper. Why was Noel there? Like, I can't process all of this.
I know. Obviously, we don't know the connection of why they're all a team.
I want to know.
But I also, they're not a team. I think it's safe to say they're not a team with AD, right?
Right.
Because by process of elimination, first of all, that eliminated a lot of people who aren't AD now.
Right.
It's not Mary Drake. It's not Noel. It's not
Toby.
Toby. It's not Yvonne.
those are all my suspects.
Wait,
It's
hold
not.
on.
It still could be Mona or Caleb.
Yeah.
Mona and Caleb are still.
That's exactly
Dude,
what I
it
was
is
gonna
not
say.
going to be Caleb.
You don't know.
That
You
would
don't
break
know.
everybody's
You
heart.
don't know, but guys, think about it.
Everyone was in that scene. So many people were in that scene except for Mona and Caleb.
And there was just this, like, okay,
that one minor moment.
the minor moment, the coffee and the sugar and the cream where they just like swap. It was almost like that cup game.
That was a little weird.
That was so weird.
Why would they have showed that?
I think that was
knew each
significant.
other. They knew each other.
Yes. I think we're getting so
Yeah, no, they knew each other
They
well.
knew each other. She was like, okay, you take that. And she was like, here's your sugar cube, blah, blah,
It's
blah.
like-
Wait,
and
didn't
like,
they
it
hook
almost
up,
made it
though?
seem like, yes, they did. Because Mona had said something to them about like, or Caleb said something about how in the elevator, remember?
Okay.
So we know that something might have happened between them. But it also made it seem like Jenna also was like onto that or knows something went down between them because she got them both a drink like randomly via
Something was
Sydney
weird,
Draper.
yeah.
Because also, why the hell is she back? No significance at all so far that we know of.
Yes, how did you remember her last name?
Yeah.
Because I remember, I will
What's her
never,
last name?
I will never
Draper.
forget that mouth as long as I live. Okay.
And I mean, she's gorgeous. She is gorgeous.
Actually, she looked really good tonight.
She had a
She
good
did.
looking
like,
night. She did.
But yeah, I definitely think Mona and Caleb have been working together. And listen, I was all about that Haleb scene, and I don't want Caleb to be bad, but it was just too weird. Honestly, it was just too weird. Oh, and wasn't Mona supposed to be watching Noel?
Right.
But then like he was gone. Whether he untied himself, which I think we were led to believe.
I didn't even
She
think about
literally
that.
said, I'll hold up my end. I've got this. And then she
Did it.
left
Yeah.
immediately.
That's a little weird.
Super freaking weird. I
That's
didn't
weird.
even connect that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah, okay, but like, are we not done with Mona being sketchy, you guys? Like, I'm
We're
so
not done with
yeah.
anything. We're not done with Mona being
but, like,
sketchy.
over it,
We're
like-
not done with having an ultimate, all-knowing A. It's like the same exact thing, you guys. Just not Cece anymore.
Right.
You know?
You guys, we have over 1,500 viewers right now. Mama just texted
What
me.
up?
Okay, so now that we've dissected that whole part, let's get into some of the other stuff. All of the ships, okay? So let's
Okay.
start with Ezria. That was like one of the most heartbreaking scenes ever. I knew that Nicole was alive, you guys, but
Yeah.
I never, ever would have imagined that playing out the way that it did.
I know.
Right.
I think for some reason, this has never happened to me that I've seen someone cheat on me in front of my eyes and I had no idea. But for some reason, that's what that scene made me think of. Like, there she was thinking that everything's done. Ezra's all hers, done forever. I was more blindsided by this on her behalf than I was when she even found out that there was a possibility that Nicole was alive. Like, literally on the phone, leaving a message for Ezra, just so heart-wrenching, and then glances, and then there they are, just like, together.
Totally. And the craziest part about that was that the way that was written was so genius because she's on the phone like saying like, I'm so sorry, like come home, we can go to that diner, and he's like, no thank you. Like, he's been through hell and he like doesn't even want to like her to pick her up from the airport, and that to me also made me uncomfortable because it's like I know what that feels like to be that girl that like you just want some some, what's the word I'm looking for?
Reassurance.
Reassurance. You just want some reassurance, like, we're still okay. Like, you've been through all this, but we're okay.
But then he
still
gave it
together.
to her, though.
Yeah, and he said, I
He's like,
loved you, but still, she still was, it was uncomfortable, that whole scene. And then when she's calling him and saying, like, there's a cop, and she has all the dinner set out.
I know,
that's
so
why
the
it was
dinner's
so
killing me
sad.
because she spent all freaking day making that dinner, and now, oh my God, she has to clean it up. And
You guys,
I was sad by herself.
Oh, I was just gonna say it was so funny because we were all like, "Oh my God, I can't believe Ezra kissed Nicole," and Sinead was like, "No, no, no." So we rewound it, and then literally, lo and behold, like Aria actually rewinds it in the episode. It was you had to be there, I guess.
I still refuse to believe that was a real kiss. I feel like it was more like a
Even
grazing.
that.
I don't know, guys. It's not over.
I made up my mind. I was pondering this actually when we weren't on camera, and I was like, why am I so mad at Ezra? Like, his ex-GF or his GF is dead. He's allowed to miss her and want to see her if there's a possibility of her being alive. But I'm mad, and I think that this is what would have been better for me with that scene. I finally figured out what would have been okay.
Rewrite it, girl. Rewrite it.
I think it's okay that he was sad that she was dead, and he should go there to meet her if it's the possibility of her being alive. But considering he is engaged to somebody, about to elope, you bring your fiance with you to meet her. And then if you have a connection with not dead Nicole anymore, you work that out between the three of you. But the fact that he just bailed on her and then went to like solo have this reunion, that's what made me mad. I thought it was really disrespectful. Even if you do have feelings for Nicole, out of respect, you should have brought Aria.
I 100% agree with that.
Or like could it have been just he was literally about to get on the plane and then he got a phone call like come now?
But what Stephanie is saying is that Aria should have been there with him from the
him
beginning.
I see.
Regardless of the fact that Aria bought the ticket and was like, go, like you do this, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like he should have still been
Brought her along.
He should have still been like, okay, let's.
Even if he ends up with Nicole, he still should have brought her along out of respect.
Yes, most definitely.
Most definitely.
But like, even if you got a call, like, come see her, like, you should have called Aria right afterwards.
Yeah.
And been like, hey, I'm gonna be taking forever.
Yeah, he sucks with Aria right now.
All right. Anyways, okay. Anyways, moving on.
Are we gonna talk about Haleb now?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Haleb now. I refuse to believe that Ezra is over. It actually breaks my heart just thinking about it, and like talking about it just makes me more mad the more that I talk about it. So let's just move on. Haleb. Haleb is amazing. That was great. Stephanie was like, they're not gonna kiss. The episode just started. And then lo and behold, they're like totally doing it on Lucas's bedroom floor with
Not
on like
romantic at all,
atop
but I
a
loved
bearskin rug next to the fireplace. But you know what? If I was doing Caleb, that's exactly where I'd
But
want
it was
it to
the
be.
perfect way. It was like he walked in and then they started bickering, and it was so cute. And he's like, you know, I can't remember the lines. He's like line reader, but
Yeah, and he was like, you eat your fries in bed, cold. You'll never admit that we're supposed to spend the rest of our lives together. Something about you let the milk go off, and she's like, what did you say? And he's like, about the milk. I loved that.
It was so good.
So good.
When he said, I never want to spend another day without you or something in my life or something.
Oh, it was
I could literally cry again. I could literally cry again.
The fact that he was like kissing her wounds.
Yes, her scars.
I don't mean to.
Oh, girl!
Downer.
Don't ruin this for me.
I wanted it to be a little more like I liked their first almost kiss in the hallway. Remember?
That was
and they
good.
almost and that kind of tension. This
I like that, except for they didn't end
excuse
up
me, I'm talking.
Tell us, girl, tell us.
Say it, girl.
And then I wanted it to be a little bit more like hard and like a little more like we've had all this time apart and we're just gonna go at it crazy and not as like romantic and soft and sensitive. I get that they were trying to do that on purpose. I just between them, because it was such a long time coming, I wanted for them to be rough. And it was.
Okay, but my only thing is like I felt like
wet noodles.
I felt like that was a very natural thing at that moment. Like it was almost as if they'd never been apart, which is why it was so sweet. And also they had sex. Like what more do you want?
because they've also done it a million times because they were together for so long. So the fact that they're having another romantic thing, I think it would have been better if they were having like a breakup makeup sex. Do you know what I mean?
That was what Spencer was for. Spencer was for the rough, and then Hannah is for the love.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you should be able to have a rough with the person you're going to end up with.
Not after
like that.
long of a time. It's been over 5
All right,
years.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want to be plummeted after 5 years.
I do.
Yeah. And it was like emotional for them too. Like he's like kissing her scars and then he's gonna like ram her. Like think about it. All right, let's move on to Allison and her baby and Emily and Emily's 7 girlfriends.
Yeah.
Okay, so Allison is pregnant with
Dr.
Archer's
Rollins.
kids. I know that everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, like Emily's eggs are inside of Allison. Jinx, yes. I am waiting for all those theories. I know they're probably there already.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that is the case because that is really effed up. I do believe that Allison is pregnant with Dr. Rollins, which is enough of a storyline.
Guys, I mean, used to be like, how could that happen?
What do you mean?
How could Emily or
When a
Allison's
man
egg?
loves a woman.
No, but that's sperm. Like Archer didn't put an egg in there.
So
What do you mean?
This is what.
No, listen,
Like,
I
she
get
got
how
pregnant
it
before
works.
he died.
No, I know,
No,
but like,
she's
how
saying
would
how
her
it
egg
ends.
get into
Emily's.
Allison?
Oh, like
How did Emily?
well,
egg?
A is capable of anything, so I wouldn't be surprised
You
if
can
A.
take
would have had to do
another
it, yeah.
egg and then you like take
But
the.
okay, but that
you
would
know, and then you go,
require that person going
right,
completely
right,
spread eagle
right.
and
Right.
OBGYN
And do it. Yeah, you're right.
inserting the eggs
Yeah.
via her vagina, which is actually very
She was in the hospital
hard to
at some
believe.
point. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so Paige is involved in this, and I have 2 things to say about Paige. First of all, yes, because this is you're gonna like this, okay? And Mova's gonna like this. First of all, but you're not gonna like this. Super clingy, shows up typically at the house that Emily
Yeah.
is in. Was it Allie's house at the time?
Showed up at Allie's
Showed up at
house.
Allie's house because Emily was there, creeper.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Ooh, our papers are due," or some random excuse. And of course, in typical Paige fashion, she's like, "Oh, so can we go on a date now? Now would be
Yeah.
a great time to go on a date.
Yeah.
Now
And
that
let's
you're in
not
Allie's
forget,
house."
she also said, I have some papers to drop off for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Backup bitch.
she literally straight up decided to call Emily her girlfriend
Yeah.
when in reality
Like, no.
they never established that. So
Right.
yes, that's annoying.
Yeah. Right.
But in Paige's defense, I loved that she finally said what we have all been thinking about forever, which is you are like Allie's little puppet and you always go back to her in the end. And as soon as Allie has a problem with us and shows interest, you're right back there. And that's what we've all been saying. So finally, Paige, thank you.
But it was totally reestablished after Allison, because Emily knew. Emily's not stupid. They were literally on the couch together.
Yeah.
And she went in for the kiss, and Emily was like, wait.
Yes.
And Allison was like, no, this is for real this time. And that was the start of this
Emison.
whole, I mean, Emison was already happening,
Oh.
but yes, the start of Emison as we know it as Endgame.
I was
Guys,
proud of
I was
Emily
just
to say
gonna
that,
say
though.
I've never believed more this entire time that Emison is Endgame for PLL.
Emison is Endgame.
Which
That is
just,
how
like,
this show
because
is going
the
to
writers
end.
once again listened to us, but I was really proud of Emily, like standing up for herself for once. And as much as I did like the whole Paley thing, girl is being psycho, like a psycho
Yeah.
on another level this season. And I do think that Emily and Allison are gonna.
They're
Like,
gonna
how
end up
adorable is that going to be? Like, oh my God, they're like the cutest little family.
They're gonna raise that baby together.
I still can't.
They
with that,
are.
but we'll
No,
get
they
there.
I love it.
They are.
That's gonna be so great. Oh my God.
All of the original collaboration
Couples are
girls
gonna
are going to end up together, and then everyone's wondering, so does that include Toby and Spencer? It does. Because
I
guess
hope
what?
so.
You guys-
No,
Okay,
no.
so let's move on to Spoby. So
Yes.
Spencer goes to Toby's house to say goodbye to him, and again she stops before he leaves and asks if she can kiss him, which I thought was one really sweet and respectful, and like such a great way to go about it. And then at the end of that whole scene, I thought that their kiss was perfect. Like,
Yeah.
it was exactly what I would expect from them. It wasn't too much. It was just enough. It was great. And what really bummed me out is that Toby was totally having second thoughts. Like he was
Yeah.
about to say, I just want to say that I'm going to miss you, or I love you. I still love you, or like I am not over you.
He was going to say, I love you in that text.
God, I hope
Yeah.
so.
Because in essence, Toby
was.
giving her that kiss was like me saying, I'm not really in love with my wife.
Right,
because
exactly.
Why would you kiss
He
her?
never
Fall in love with
agreed to it though. She
But,
went to
I mean,
him.
like,
I know.
it-
I
yes,
get it. I
He
get
was into
it.
it.
lasts.
He could have.
get it.
There was
could've
a
gone
pause
away.
after she said, "Can I kiss you?" and that kiss.
But you
like,
guys,
Yeah.
there's no reason to even speculate. Honestly, Toby's dead. Like,
I don't want it.
I don't think.
yes, no. Well, first of all, he tweeted it, and second of all,
he did not tweet that he's dead.
yeah, he did. I retweeted it. He said, "Rest in peace, Tobias."
Yeah, but
Yeah, but I feel like that.
until I see him say, "For real, you
Like,
guys,"
or until I
Toby's
see that
actually dead.
Until I see
Or
Marlene say,
yeah.
confirm
Yeah.
it.
This is why I think he's pretty much dead.
Pretty
There
much.
was another finale where he was in a car accident and we all thought he died, but then turns out he just broke his leg. There can't be two freaking car accidents. He's dead this time.
No, it's like his thing. He likes
It's
to
his
almost be
thing.
dead.
It's his thing.
I hope that he's alive and that Yvonne is dead. Honestly.
I don't. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah, and then therefore that original couple can get back together, making all the original couples together.
I mean, that would be insane. That would be actually literally out of this world insane if Toby was dead. It would be heartbreaking.
Yeah, that-
Well, that's what I think. I think
cannot be for
Noel
real.
wasn't heartbreaking for me. Like, it was heartbreaking because he's so gorgeous and we won't see his face again.
And
literally.
plus, Marlene also said that the death was going to affect the liars so much, and it's like,
But
why
all those deaths
Toby
could have
would,
affected the
yeah, but
liars.
Toby would affect them in the biggest way that we've seen so far versus
Right,
Noel.
because it was an actual like friend. Like Toby.
it's a main character.
Yeah.
I just don't see Marlene
don't
literally
see it
taking
either.
one of the original out of every original couple that the whole show started with. I think
feel
that's
like-
too crushing.
I feel like fans
Too
would
crushing.
literally be so pissed. I would be so pissed.
But we
if
only
Toby's
have.
dead.
I mean, like, I hate to be the bear of bad news, so we only got 10 more episodes.
Yeah, but 10 entire
So-
episodes for them to get back
For
together.
Toby to be alive.
Yeah, but we all know because we talked to Nicholas last week that he's been on set. He was on set today. He sent Sinead a tweet.
Oh, Spencer's Marco.
Yeah,
Marco is on
yeah,
set.
well, he tweeted me from the set, but but that's fine because he's
Yeah,
a cop. Like he's still working on the case.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
don't
just
know.
think
alive.
Toby's
Spencer's gonna
alive.
end up with Marco. I love you, Nick, but like no.
But yeah, like, well, let's cover that though. Spencer is not going to die. Like, I think we can all
No,
agree
yeah,
on that.
Spencer's alive.
Okay.
Awkward that her
I will
mom is Mary
say-
Drake.
Yeah,
What
her
the
mom is Mary
hell,
Drake. I will
dude?
say that when Nick showed up at our house with the Italian food,
So cute, with
I
crushed
thought
ice.
I thought that was like the beginning of their relationship. Like I was never expecting her to go to Toby's right after that because she was like, "What'd you get?" Like you know what I'm saying? And also, did Toby tell her about?
Yeah,
some
actually,
crushed
think
ice?
about how sad that is. If Toby was the one that said, "Oh, she likes crushed ice," and that was like their last moment.
That will not be their last moment. Can we up the positivity
No,
here?
she saw him right
kiss.
after that.
It ended with the crushed ice.
No, it ended with a
it did
kiss.
not.
No, it didn't. It ended with the crushed ice.
No, she went to him right after
Yeah.
that scene. Literally the next scene they
Yeah, that's
kissed.
true.
And
No,
it
ended with the crushed ice.
I thought it was the kiss and then the crushed ice.
No.
Nah, girl, nah.
No, because then, like, in the next scene, he's so sad. She said, "I'm with a cop," and he said, "A former cop," and then, and he was like, then Stephanie had a whole thing. And then he said,
Why do you think they got in a car
and
accident?
then Spencer said he made an exception, and then Toby was like, "Oh, only for you." Like it all seemed to
Do you
make
guys think that
sense.
they got into a car accident because Toby was texting Spencer?
I
And
love
thought
that.
The phone was in his hand, and maybe this is a message to us that we all should have texted.
I agree.
Drive.
I agree. I honestly
yes,
think that
thank
that
you,
would be
yes.
a really that would be a
Yeah,
really good.
yeah.
And she's
That is
gonna
the
find the
best
phone,
theory
and it's
ever.
gonna say like, "I love you." or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Yes, she's gonna find the phone
Yeah.
and it's gonna be like half written.
Yep.
And then they're gonna end up together because he's alive.
No, he's not alive.
He's alive. He's alive.
He's alive. He's alive. All right, you guys.
end.
Let's take a break. We're gonna come back and take your questions, comments, and anything else. If you have anything else to say.
Say it
I know
now.
you do. Yeah, say it now.
Hold your peace.
Hashtag
April.
PLLAS. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's just send in all your questions. Let's just do this. All right, you guys. We'll be right back.
Bye. Oh.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live. In case you missed it live.
Oh my God.
High five. Boom.
Just to let
They
them
did
know.
what to me?
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now. I was like,
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes. Look at me, I'm dancing.
He was like, yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want.
He is like something.
And we're like, ooh, inseparable.
These hoes ain't look.
you just went to a totally different direction on that one.
I love it. That's genius.
We're funny.
Billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
There's got to be a code on that.
This might actually be a thing.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
What did I do? What is there?
Are we there yet? Can we talk about that?
We've been waiting all night.
I don't like break nails.
You can't count anything out.
It's been another awesome night at the Stream.tv, guys.
Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Real?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Hey guys.
All right, we're just like trying to get to the bottom of all this Toby stuff because we're getting so much. Why do I keep doing that? My hair keeps messing up. We're getting so much right now. So Johnny, our boothang, says, watch Keegan snaps. He said he was told to move his eyes. And then his next tweet says, to prove that he's alive, I bet. So it's like, okay, we have to pull that up and figure that out because I'm telling you right now, I don't think that they would kill him off. Like, it's so hard for me to believe that they would do that. I honestly feel like all of the PLL fandom would lose their effing minds.
Yeah.
I think that they all have to end up together, all the original ships. But Meg, you were just saying.
Right. So I just got a tweet from Juliana Patera. At Patera Juliana says Marlene said that 3 original ships will be endgames, so Toby is most likely dead, and Ezra, Emison, and Haleb. I mean, that's from this girl.
I would just die. That's so effed up. That's so effed up.
Wait,
I would find you, Marlene.
So saying that there are only 3 original ships are endgame, but I don't have Marlene's original tweet.
So 3 original ships would be Haleb, Spoby, and Ezra, because Emison is not an original ship.
No,
yeah,
because she
I
said
don't know.
3 out of the 4, so that means she is counting Emison as one of the 4.
Do we count Emison as an original ship?
Yeah.
I would.
But they never dated until after.
Yeah, but
I think Marlene. I wouldn't personally. Honestly, I wouldn't because it was after. But I think
thought it was
Marlene
after.
is. I think Marlene is counting it.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, like core relationships, but I wouldn't consider Emison.
Well, because think about it. Every single one of the liars has to be in a relationship. So Emily's
how is
person
Ezra going to recover from this? Like, how is she going to? I mean, she's going to forgive, but like, I just can't imagine how that conversation's going to go.
Wait, who?
How's Aria going to forgive Ezra? Like, oh, it's talking on the TV, like making out with another girl. So glad you're back home, babe. Like.
They're totally going to
but
get married.
regardless, like 3 out of 4 in any, that's so sad no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, if you really think about it, if one of them doesn't end up with their original ship, like...
I thought everybody was going to end up together. Like, I thought that that's exactly how PLL was going to end, with a nice little bow. And it's not going to.
Unless Haleb is AD and they don't end up together.
You guys stop it with Caleb is AD.
No, but honestly,
Caleb is not
that.
AD.
No, because I loved it when I thought Ezra was A. I really liked that whole storyline.
I wanted to blow my mind.
I wanted to blow my mind too.
There has to be significance with the scene between him and Mona with them making each other's coffee.
Yeah, that maybe Mona
has to
is.
be.
You guys, that was almost cute. Think about it. It was almost
Oh my
sweet
God,
that
are they in love?
They knew.
No, they're not in love. What I would love, I wish they didn't hook up because I would love it if Caleb and Mona were brother and sister, although I know that's not impossible. But there's still all that stuff about adoption and like bringing it back to Caleb, who was adopted. I don't know. I would love that. I just would love it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. For some reason, I'm like all good with Ezra being A, but not Caleb. I just feel like Caleb's been more helpful
But like he's
to them
been, like,
with the
he
technology.
went MIA and he's like really good with hacking and stuff. Like
with hacking, I know, but like Ezra, we already know was a little slimy. He was spying on everyone to write a book. So that's why I'm like, you're already tainted to me.
No, but think about it.
Not Caleb.
AD, really, who was torturing the girls was Charlotte, Noel, and Jenna. AD, even if it was Caleb, he took Jenna. Like, it wasn't like Caleb was going after the girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if it was Caleb, he was trying to get revenge on...
I mean, Mona was listening in to Jenna's conversations, remember? Like she is working towards something that like she's not on genocide.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not on genocide. I do believe that they're also trying to figure this out, but very good point. Like,
you know what I mean?
Why were they even there? Do we know? Why they
Wait,
were there?
who? Oh,
Caleb and Mona?
Right, I don't know.
Yeah, and Mona was supposed to be like babysitting Noel. That was weird.
That's so weird.
It's so that scene I think had more value to it than we think, and I would like to go back and watch
Yeah, I
the
wanna
coffee thing.
rewatch, yeah.
It was just way too weird with the whole. I don't know.
It was almost cute. Like if you think
Yeah.
about it, like it was
Not
sweet.
in like a loving kind of way,
No, but just like they know each other
know each
that
other.
well.
Yeah.
And, what? Like
Yeah, I that was out of left field. Like I never saw that connection between them.
Yeah.
before, except for when they
hooked
made
up.
reference to the fact that they hooked
Yeah,
up.
but like that means wasn't just a hookup. That means like you guys know each other.
Maybe it's supposed to show that Caleb and Mona are both cooperating and working together because they both care about Hanna. So it's just trying to show, like, hey, despite all of our differences, we are going to unite to support Hanna because they're trying to help Hanna.
Right.
Okay,
I also find it interesting that we haven't seen Mona in a few episodes, and Caleb was also gone for a few episodes.
Okay, can we not? I don't want this. This is not happening
And
right now.
Caleb was mysteriously gone
Yeah.
for like a few episodes, and then he just showed up like, oh hey guys.
Where was he?
Right? We
Well,
don't
that's
know.
what I was saying, and that was the same time that Mona was gone.
And all this stuff about Archer being spotted
Right.
here and there, and it's like we know that there's an Archer mask, and then Caleb was gone. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
She doesn't like it.
I don't
I don't
like it
know.
either. All right. At AD reveal says Mona is definitely still connected to this whole A shit. So yes,
Yes.
we all agree, right?
Yeah.
In one way or another, Mona's connected to A somehow.
Yeah.
She has to be. Also, like, why would Hanna have called Mona in the first place? Like, I feel like the girls still deep down know that Mona is like
Sketchy.
the craziest, most clever, most shadiest human being ever.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest indication is that she was supposed to be watching Noel and she left.
And what he like escaped. He escaped and went to go attack the girls.
Or she let him free.
Like, it's literally her fault that Spencer is shot.
Yeah.
And it's literally her fault that Noel's head went rolling across the floor.
She basically killed Noel. Basically. All right. Okay. At Patera Juliana says, do you guys think that the Emison relationship will last? I say yes.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah, I
Done?
did.
I feel
Like,
yeah.
Emison is endgame.
Yeah.
So that is one ship, you guys.
One down.
One down.
Two to go.
God,
Three
you
to
know
go.
what? That's so
Two.
Two to go.
Two more.
We can all be wishful thinking.
All right. At PLLAS.
Are we gonna have to send you to Radley?
Yeah. At PLLAS_99 says, Yvonne dies, Toby lives.
Yeah.
I am fully on board with you, girl. I hope that is the case. I hope that Yvonne is dead. No offense.
No offense, yeah.
No offense.
Super sweet.
Okay.
Love her.
Super
She's
sweet.
so nice. We really like Kara, but we hope that she's dead.
In order for Toby and Spencer to work out, which
Right.
I really hope that they do, Yvonne has to die. And these are the
Also,
sacrifices we
in
have
order
to
for
make.
Toby and Spencer to work out, Toby has to be alive.
Well, we'll take care of that next. But
Okay,
Yvonne
all right.
has to die. I'm sorry.
At always_PLL_fan says, what do you guys think about Noel dying? Like, we didn't really talk about how we feel about it. Like, are we sad? Are we happy? Do we think that he deserved
You know what? Like,
it?
it didn't blow my mind,
I, like,
honestly.
didn't care.
I'm fine with it. Oh, he's so hot, so, like, I'd like him for him to stick around. But, like, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Noel's dead.
I didn't care. And the entire, like, when he was dying, I was
back
thinking,
into
because you know how Marlene said, like, this is going to be something that affects people? I'm like, this cannot be.
Did she
the
mean, like,
death.
Spencer being shot or the death of
I
Noel?
think Marlene pulled a Marlene.
Yeah.
And she basically combined all those things together. So what she's saying is overall, it's going to affect everyone, and overall, it's going to be a really traumatic death. But Spencer's the one who would have affected everyone, and Noel was the traumatic death, and she just combined it all to mess with our heads.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Next.
I'm like still, now I'm like, my mind's wandering about Spencer and this whole Mary Drake thing. And
It's
That's
so
gonna be
weird to
weird.
me because, like, why isn't she? And, like, that's another thing that showed Mary Drake is a little bit crazy. If your daughter, if this is legitimately your daughter, is dying, go faster. Don't sing to her. Go faster. You're crazy, so you're not
You know
calling
what's
911.
also really weird is, like, I covered this story yesterday at Clever, and, like, I remember reading the article, and it said that Marlene wasn't going to reveal who the other child was yet. It literally said in the article
was
that
the
I read,
source?
article was wrong.
No, it was like Entertainment Weekly and the Hollywood Reporter. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe
but
like
it said like
PLLAS.
we're gonna. It said we're
Yeah,
going to
maybe she
wait.
lied.
It said we're gonna have to wait to find out who Mary's other child is. So like, I also was very surprised that they said it at the end of the episode.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Can we piece together this though now? Because now if we know Mary Drake is Spencer's mom, so who does that make Spencer now
Related to.
strangely related to?
Definitely Charlotte.
Kay.
But other than that,
Allie,
Yeah,
still
we already
Jason,
knew
but
that,
in
yeah.
a different way.
do you think though?
Well, they still have the same father.
But do you think Mr. Hastings is really Spencer's father?
Yes, I think Mr. Hastings hooked up with Mary.
And Jessica?
Yes.
Yeah.
What a floozy.
Maybe Jessica wanted to get back. I'm sorry. Maybe Mary Drake wanted to get back at Jessica for being such a bitch.
So she pretended to be
So she
Jessica?
pretended to be Jessica and did it with Mr. Hastings and birthed
Yeah.
Spencer.
Was it rough or sensual?
Okay.
My parents are like probably watching this being like, Meghan Lamontagne.
That's honestly what I thought too. I thought maybe somehow one of them was pretending to be the other one, which would make that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that would be
And it was
interesting.
her
Mary Drake.
relationship with Jason would still be the exact same. Like they still share one parent and not the other, which is exactly what it was before. So that has
Right,
not
okay.
changed. So they're
Okay.
still half siblings.
Yeah.
That means she would be half siblings with Melissa, and she would be half siblings with. That's it. Just Melissa and Jason.
Right.
Yeah.
So and then Allison and her would be cousins, and Charlotte.
Cue the family tree.
Charlotte would be her half sister.
Well, actually, right, Charlotte.
Charlotte would be her half sister. Jason would be her half brother. Melissa would be her half sister, and Allison would be her cousin.
we don't know. We still don't know who Charlotte's dad was. Like, and it may not have been Mr. Hastings.
True.
Bro.
There's a lot of halves.
Yes, there's a lot, you guys. Like, there's so much to go through. Okay, so I don't even know. You guys, really quick though, I'm like going through my Twitter. It's giving me severe anxiety because there's so many people asking for a shout out. We have to wrap up this show right now, but I will tell you all, I love you all so much. We all love you all so much. And we're so sorry that we don't have time to go through all these shout outs. But a huge giant shout out to everybody out there that watches us every single week. You guys, we have 10 more episodes left of this craziness. So please send in ideas for what you want to see during the break. We're only back in April. So which means
crazy.
it's insane.
Why would they do this to us?
I don't even know. So we need like theory specials, maybe all questions. I don't even know, you guys. Maybe we can even do an after show from an old episode just for fun. We can watch like the pilot episode of PLL and do an after show on it.
Right.
Anything you guys want, just send it in using the hashtag PLLAS. Other than that, you guys, we're back in 2017. This is insane.
You guys seem really sad.
2017.
I don't like
This
that.
is really sad.
Also, love you all as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see you bitches.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
We'll be hanging out.
All right, you guys,
we love you.
send us all your questions. Anything else you have about the episode? Also, we're all wearing black because we were in mourning. That's what's
And mourning
happening.
of like,
17 deaths.
Like
well,
deaths.
no, we really just know right now.
Right
that-
now, just no.
Just no. This is for no.
This is for Noel.
for Noel.
Noel, baby, this is for you, darling.
All right. Yeah, and I guess we're
love
also
you.
in mourning of 10
Community
more
shout
episodes.
out, virtual hug. We
Yes,
love you
community
guys.
shout out,
so
okay?
We're on
much.
Twitter and all social media.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're still here.
Yes.
Love you.
All right, you guys ready?
Here we go.
Mwah.
For a while.
Yeah, we love you guys.
In 3, 2, 1.